Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Anchor IPA. Anchor Brewing India Pale Ale, introduced in 2014. There are a couple of video reviews for this beer, but I haven't watched them yet. 6.5% alcohol. Don't know the IBUs. They don't say on the website. Couldn't find out. They use 2-row pale, Munich, and caramel barley malts. The hops are Cascade, Bravo, and Apollo. The dry hops are Cascade, Apollo, Citra, Nelson, Sauvin, Haas, and Experimental number 431. It gets a good score on Beer Advocate. Rate Beer gives it a 91 out of 100 and 83 out of 100 for the style. So kind of varying scores there. I bought this at Stein's Deli on Magazine Street in New Orleans, Louisiana. So I was curious to try it. I had the Southern Prohibition Brewing's 2014 IPA. That was, I gave it a B+. It was a B or a B+. The more I drank it, it kind of improved, so I would say B+. I was kind of debating when I doing the review, should I give it a B or a B+, but let's see how this one goes. Anchor was the first modern brewer to use dry hopping, and that was in 1975 when they did their Liberty Ale, their first IPA. Some smoke there. The Liberty Ale only used one hop variety. Medium, I guess you'd say off-white head, and the appearance is similar to that other one, but it's clearer. The Southern Prohibition was hazy. This is more or less clear. I don't see any grit or powderiness. I see a lot of bubble streams. No kind of crackle. So it's not really super lively, but it's got some, you know, steady bubble streams. Okay, let's check out the aroma on this one. From California, San Francisco, California. All right. I think it's a more subtle aroma than the Southern Prohibition, but it's probably a better aroma. It's a little more darker bread and a little more caramel. I'm trying to keep my hands away because I was using some STP son of a gun to put on my tires earlier on the car, and I don't want that to interfere with the smell. Even though I wash my hands, sometimes that smell lingers, that silicone stuff. And some sugariness, but it's all very mild, okay? So this is not what you would call a strong aroma, but it's there. Let's go with the flavor. Okay. I've seen the elephant. This one here is toastier, roastier, not more sugary. It's not hoppier. I would think the IBUs are lower than that Southern Prohibition. There's not all the pine. There's more of a sometimes you'll get this now with IPAs. You'll get an olive oil thing going. I mean, it's obviously not olive oil, but it's something to do with the hop resins. So it's got that more around the back end of the taste, of the sip. So this is a much more like older tasting IPA. And I don't mean like it's old and outdated. I mean, you know, from like sitting on the shelf. I mean, it's an older style, sort of like an English style IPA in some ways. in some ways. It's almost even hard to describe, but there is that dry hopped, straightforward hop bitterness in some ways. The mouthfeel is a little lighter than the one I did previously, but it's not way lighter. This is a medium mouthfeel. And the finish is just like the other one, semi-dry. It's easy drinking. This is lower alcohol, 6.5. I think it's really good. It's got a lot of like real low-key complexity. It's certainly not a boring beer. It's not like your mid-2000s to late 2000, like your 2011 in-your-face hop bomb. No. This is much more subdued than that. Well, I think they did a fabulous job on this one. I mean, this is one to buy and to really sit and sip and think about. I think it'd be hard to describe. You would really need to get a bottle and try it. I have to give it a solid A. It's a most excellent beer. It doesn't have any foul aromas or flavors at all. There's no funny mouthfeel. But, I mean, what do you expect? Anchor's been doing it right for a long time, for over 40 years. They've been doing the craft beer. They've been in the craft beer scene. So, and I love their beautiful bottles. So, Les Bon Temps Roulé, most excellent. And I'm going to end this review by saying, you all come on down to New Orleans!